Okay. Sound up. The full and determination. Up and Adam. Let's get to this. How's it going, everybody? This is Uncle Dylan here, aka Dylan Breeden, and today we are doing a one-shot yet again of what if Deku was the reincarnation of Madara Uchiha. Now you knew this was all coming because you saw you started to look at the community. Now for people who calls my stuff curse, I notice that, but I've started to play Resident Evil in some of these games. Right now, I'm not really playing Resident Evil, but I'm playing like a demo of it. Right now, I'm actually playing Resident Evil Village, but I won't be playing it on my console. I'll be playing it on my computer. Well, here's the best way of saying it. Now, people have actually asked me I should do a gameplay of this. The answer is no. I'm sorry, but it's mostly because I don't know how to work it. And it's also because I'm not a fan of pretty much gameplay what ifs, because for one, I actually like to try out video games. I don't really want that type of thing. Is the best way of saying it. Now, back to pretty much the one we were talking about. Izuku. Now, Izuku's lived a shitty life. I'm just gonna say it. Izuku's didn't really have like a great life, but nor did he have like a bad one. His mother neglected him, but it was mostly like not a bad neglection, nothing bad. It's mostly like a normal neglection. What I mean by normal neglection, I mean it's mostly like, hey, you need to toughen up, you need to know about the real world, this is the best way to do it. That's pretty much the best way to say it. Izuku was neglected in that way. He wasn't really neglected in a bad way. But nor did he really have a good life in any other way. Mostly, his parents didn't really treat him well either. Mostly they would not give him food that often, so he would have to cook on his own. But Izuku's not really denying it. They're just trying to toughen him up, so he understands their ways. He's not really mad. And he doesn't, and this is the same Madara, he still has his memories. But he does get bullied by Bakugo, and he allows this to happen, mostly because he just doesn't give a shit, and plus he's trying to increase his durability. And the best way to do that is to literally let Bakugo beat him up, which he is okay with. Until pretty much he decided that it was time to do enough. He decided, okay, I'm durability enough, time to fight back. And that's what Bakugo did. And that's what Izuku did. Izuku fought back. But he fought back brutally. He brutally beat up Bakugo to the point where his friends were too traumatized to actually help him. And he just went to them and just ripped one of the kids' wings off. If I remember correctly, that's the kiddo who lost the wings. And the other kid, I do not remember the other one's name. Nor do I really care to. So pretty much with Izuku, we get back to Izuku. Now, in this world, quirks are important. Like, they're the source of everything. If you're quirkless, you're useless. Inko is quirkless, so that means they get paid, they have to do worse. Mostly the quirkless are treated like shit, which Madara thinks is disgraceful. But he doesn't complain. In fact, he doesn't even do anything. Like, it's not his problem. And he doesn't even write down what he wants to be for, because he just says, none of your damn business. Which pretty much the teacher's like, fair point, I'm not even going to play. Katsuki, however, is concerned on what Izuku will do, but he doesn't spill. In fact, he doesn't even talk to anyone at the school. The only people he talks to is his mother. And pretty much they keep like, the only time they really talk to each other is when if Inko asks how was his day or any of that. So pretty much Inko in this one is actually a professional bodyguard for some rich asshole. Let's just say the Rairozus is the best way of saying it. Why is she guarding the Rairozus? Simple, because she has nothing better to do, and she doesn't even talk to them. Even if Momo demands her to talk, she doesn't talk. Like, she just writes it down like what, which would give Momo the obvious "I can't speak" look. Look, I'm a mute, dumbass. And it doesn't take a genius to find that out pretty fucking quick. And she finds out pretty quickly that she's a mute. She can't talk. But Momo does talk to Izuku, but Izuku doesn't talk to her because he just doesn't care about her. Why would you care about someone who treats treats quirkless people like incomplete shit? Why would you want to care about them? That is the best way to say it. So Izuku doesn't talk to her. Even though she wants Izuku to talk to her, he will not. Mostly because he doesn't talk to cruel people. I know Madara has done worse, but even he has limits. Like, seriously. And don't act like you don't know that. You know that Madara actually has limits, and we all know it, so don't act all innocent. Then on me, you know it, I know it, we all know it. We all know that Madara has done some shit that he's probably not proud of, but that does not mean he was gonna treat anyone like shit. We all know that. We all seen it. We all know. Now, Izuku is pretty much... We get back to Izuku. Izuku has, like, an okay life. Like, right now he's not really treated bad. We actually start off with Izuku back home. Now, as soon as Inko woke up and sees Izuku cooking, she just sits down before she has to go to work. And mostly Inko wears like a fancy coat, like wears a fancy ass suit and all that. Izuku just wears a tank top and some jeans. Wears tank tops and some fucking I'm gonna say pajamas, because he doesn't really leave the house that much, and he only changes like 3 times a day. So, and Izuku doesn't even have that many clothes. Like, he only has like a pair of clothes that will last him like 3 days. It's like literally, he wears the same clothes every week. He doesn't really be picky. Izuku knows this. Inko doesn't really care because he's trying to be a survivor, and plus they're getting pressed more. But unfortunately, this is when they hear a knock on the door, and Izuku opens it just to see the Ayarozus. Goes, your job's here. Alright, hey Izuku. Go. Huh. And this one Izuku just sits down and starts eating his food. Why are you here, boss? Pretty much Momo wanted to come over and see how you do. Hi. Izuku doesn't even speak, actually. Inko doesn't speak either, but this one Inko... by the way, Inko wrote that all down. Because Inko in this one is actually a mute. She doesn't speak. She was born a mute. Izuku doesn't really talk that much. I decided to change it. Inko can't speak. She's a mute. And this one, Momo walks in just to see the house. And surprised? And she gave a look of surprise because it's clean. Especially since they live in a home where all this happened. But this one, Izuku just puts up his plate, starts washing the dishes as well. When Inko gets done, she puts her plates in the dishes, and but Izuku washes them. Hey, are you Izuku? He just stares at him and just continues washing the dishes. Is your son also mute? This one Inko writes down, no, he's not a mute. He just doesn't talk to the quirk. Remember, we're both quirkless. So he's expecting if he says something, then he'll try to cut off his tongue. Oh. So pretty much, he's playing safe is the best way of saying it. So, Izuku, we were wondering if you're looking for work. He shakes his head. Really? This one Inko writes down. Izuku has a job, but it's pretty much your normal everyday job. He works at a jewelry store to pretty much make sure that no one tries to rob it. He's a security guard. Isn't that more of a quirk thing? Villain activity has been increasing lately. Can't really judge him. You can't be picky who is quirkless and who is quirk, who has a quirk. Ah, I see. Well, the reason we're asking because we've been getting an attempt. Someone has attempted to assassinate my daughter, and so I figured the best way for her to stay protected is in the home of her bodyguard. This one, Inko realized the fucking bags on Momo, and in her mind she's thinking, God fucking damn it. Oh, this is gonna suck. This one, Inko writes down, I hope she's okay with bread and water and eggs, because that's what we're gonna eat. Seriously? You two don't eat anything else? No. And if you're living in our house, you gotta live under our rules. Can you do that? I can live under your rules. She gives a look like, are you sure about that? You really you really doubt I won't be able to live in this place? She nods. Look, yes, I know how to live by myself. I do my chores. First, Izuku's thinking in his head, shocking. By the way, Izuku still has like Madara's voice, like he has that voice, but he doesn't use it. But this one he hears, hey, huh? Oh, hey, Bakugo. Hey, Momo. Is Deku here? She just gives him a look of disgust. That's like, oh, you expect me to tell you if my son's here or not? Fuck you. Do you know this person? She writes down, unfortunately, he's my son's bully. I wouldn't trust him with my life. Ouch. Yeah, this is when Izuku just says, look, I don't care about who or what you are, but I do know this. If you don't get out of my house, I'm going to whoop your ass. That's why Inko's giving the look. Inko is giving him that nasty, cold look. And she means it. He can tell in his eyes. But this one Izuku, who just walks towards the door. Oh, hey Deku. Oh, Izuku doesn't speak a damn word. He just looks at him like, what do you want? Hey, there is a school. What's supposed to be said? My sister Kasumi is looking for a date, and I was wondering if you would do it. Izuku gives him the middle finger. I figured that was gonna be the answer. Izuku just gives the look like, no shit. Is there bad blood between you two? Inko writes down, bad blood is an understatement. So there's more. Or than what meets the eye. Pretty much, Izuku just hates Bakugo with a passion. No matter what he does, and I can tell he's trying to change, but Izuku's not going to allow him a second chance. It's just in his nature. He doesn't give people second chances. Believe me, I know. Because if he gave people second chances, he wouldn't have survived this long. Remember, quirkless are treated like trash. So if you expect him to give someone like him a chance, then you're a fucking idiot. That's what he sees in your eyes. You're just an idiot who needs to get a can of whoop ass. I see. Well, anywho, like I said, our daughter will be staying with you, and you'll be paid triple the amount as you usually are, because, well, we both know how big our handful is. And also, she'll be, well, she won't be using your money. She'll still use ours. Too risky. What do you mean? You want her under your protection? She's gonna have to earn money. She's gonna have to earn money. I mean, the Quarkless way. Wait a minute. Does that mean I can't buy clothes? Nope, no clothes. 3 clothes a day. 3 clothes? How do you guys live? Izuku just gives the look like, really? You're gonna ask that? I mean, what I mean is not like, you know. Oh, yeah, we know what you're talking about. How? And what did you expect? We are Quarkless, and you both know how the Quarkless are treated. They're not treated that very well. Yeah, I know, but still, I mean, you could at least get some different clothing. Daddy, don't tell me this is agreeable. Their house are rules, sweetie. Are you kidding me right now? Nope. You live under their house, you gotta live under their rules. Sorry, sweetie. But no buts. Their rules, their house, their time. No buts about it. Okay? Yes, Dad. Good. Now, I know that my daughter will probably try to attempt to get some clothing, so we will leave clothing for you guys, mostly the same where you would normally wear. That would probably be wise. Okay. Thank you for giving my daughter the clothing and the, well, you know. No problem. This one Inko's just thinking, not like we have a choice. Anywho, is that all? Yeah, that's about it. Alright, see you, Momo. Oh, it's only until this assassination attempts are over, okay? Okay, Dad. Izuku just gives a look like, bleh. Love and affection. What nastiness. It's as if I don't have enough trauma in my life. And this when Izuku starts just walking toward. So, like I said, Izuku doesn't give a fuck. But when Izuku does give a fuck, it's something interesting. This is when Izuku starts just making food. I mean, he doesn't even make food. Wow. Huh. Alright. Now this is when Izuku's just like, alright. Let's just do this. Anywho, Izuku, charge her to training grounds, because if she's gonna live here, she's gonna learn how to fight. Izuku nods. Wait, training? Yes, training. You're going to train. And I don't care if you are spoiled. You live here, you train. Now go to Izuku. With Izuku, pretty much, she waits at the background. Oh. And she just looks at Izuku. Are you gonna go easy on me? He shakes his head. Alright. Well, I guess give me your best shot. And next thing you know, Izuku just punches Momo straight in the gut and just goes those fucking Jackie Briggs Mortal Kombat X-ray on her and pretty much just slams her to the ground. Ow. Oh. Izuku gives a look of disappointment. That hurts. How the fuck is your mother alive? After that can of whoop ass. Izuku doesn't even say anything, he just looks at her. What, I don't get help? He shakes his head. Oh. Dang. I can't feel my ribs. Ibs. And this one she just gets up for herself. Oh. Man. Is this what corkless people have to do just to survive? Damn. People are right. The corkless... I mean, the corks are cruel if the corkless have to fight like this. Shit. And this when Izuku just looks at her. Are we gonna get a break? Take a break? Izuku shakes his head. Are you fucking kidding me? I still gotta fight you? He nods. Oh boy. Like, I'm gonna end up with bruises and broken bones, aren't I? Izuku shakes and nods. So the best way of saying this is, I might as well just start saying "owie" a lot, shouldn't I? He nods. Oh boy. I got a feeling this is going to hurt. When Izuku started pretty much training her after literally 2 hours, all she did was get her butt whooped. It's like as if she just got her butt whooped from the gods. Now, pretty much this is when Izuku just looks at her. But she can tell it's the look of disappointment, not the look like, you're making progress, you're doing great, none of that. And she can tell, too, because that look is the look of disappointment. So he's not even true. She's not even mad. Like, she understands that look. I mean, she's living in their house. Momo's getting it pretty quickly. Which surprises Izuku a lot. Man, looks like I'm not eating tonight. He gets a look of surprise knowing that she's right. She won't be getting dinner tonight. So pretty much we get to Momo who's eating, who goes to bed hungry. Man, no wonder the corkless are dicks. I can now understand their pain. Because if this is what I have to live through, I can see why Izuku doesn't talk much. Not much of, in fact, now I think about it, Izuku doesn't even talk, period. During our training, anyway. It's like talking to a wall. Hell, it's like talking to a dead body is the best way of saying it. But I can't really complain. I mean, I'm alive because of him, so I can't even be mad. Hell, can I even be mad? As a matter of fact, does Izuku even have emotions? I mean, don't get me wrong. Everyone has emotions, but he acts like as if he has nothing to live for. I guess that's normal when you're, well, like him. I mean, if I had to live through what they lived through, I guess I would have gave everyone that look too. Like, everyone is a weak. So I can't really be mad, so... Hell, what can I do? Do I gotta admit... She's holding her ribs. He does not hold back. Though I got a feeling he's not gonna hold back in the other training session. And why do I got a feeling I better get some sleep? Yeah, I better get some sleep. After the morning, she just gets her bed flipped. Ow! What the fuck? He points at the clock. What? It's 3 in the morning! He gives a look like, your point? Okay, I get it. Training. Izuku is surprised that actually she is, well, accepting this. Because he was expecting her to be like a spoiled brat. Like, he was actually expecting her to be spoiled and dumb. Like, she didn't know what right is and what's wrong and what's right. She was expecting that. She wasn't expecting the other way around. Well, let's be fair, people. I would have expected the same thing if I was in this world. So pretty much Izuku just continues training her until finally the training is over. Well, actually, no, the training is not over, but this one, pretty much more than one assassination attempt has happened, and Igo easily killed them as if they're fucking nothing. Izuku, time for you to go to school. You too, Momo. Oh, that's okay. Hey, wait, I don't have school. Yes, you do, because you'll now be training with me. Oh, this one, she's thinking, maybe she'll be less rough on me. I mean, maybe she won't be as rough as me as Izuku was. She was definitely not rough on. She was definitely not holding back on poor Momo. In fact, she is just being worse. She bluntly says, "I like to train back with Izuku, please." Sorry, but on weeks you're training with me. On weekends you're training with Izuku. Oh. How the fuck does Izuku go through this hell? Oh yeah, he's quirkless. Alright, let's just go. Now this is when Izuku just walks towards, well, everyone. Alright, let's do this. Alright. Alright. Alright, let's just do this. Alright, let us do this. Now, Izuku has actually walked towards a lot of things. In fact, Izuku has dealt with, well, more bullies the past years, especially since everyone thinks he's dating Momo. Which, obviously, he gives a look like, I'm not dating her. In fact, Izuku doesn't even speak. Everyone knows he can't speak, so everyone thinks he's probably just a mate. And when I mean mate, I mean like a fuck toy. And Izuku's just allowing this because he really didn't have a choice. That's what they're thinking, so they're not taking it as bad as they expect they would. But so, yeah, they're taking it better than everyone else. But when Izuku decided to, well, actually walk away, pretty much this is when he just hears, "Hey, Izuku." He looks around, just a look in disgust. Kasumi Bakugo. Oh. Aren't you gonna stay? The dance is coming up. Izuku just walks away. Unbelievable. What did I ever do to you? Izuku thinks of how many times that she's been a punching bag, and he's been a punching bag to this woman. So Izuku just gives a look like, really? You're gonna ask me that? Screw you. Oh, mind you, Izuku and Momo, they're only 10. They're not even teenagers yet. So Izuku doesn't really care. But when pretty much Kasumi just starts to say, "Answer me now!" Izuku dislocates her shoulder. Anyway, pause break. Okay, I'm back. Now, this is when Izuku just pretty much walks over her and pretty much just punches her into the gut. So hard that she coughs up saliva. And he doesn't even look at her dead in the eye. He just walks away again. Because now Kasumi is holding her gut as if it's her life dependent on it. The teachers saw this and they actually don't even report it. Like, they don't report that he attacked her. Or because number one, that takes incredible strength to pretty much do that. So everyone thinks he probably has a quirk and he just likes to live like a quirkless kid. But he doesn't say anything, so they're mute. Izuku in this one, here's the best way of saying it. What if Deku's a loner is the best way of saying it. Oh, by the way, I will do What If Deku Was a Loner, but not right now. This is the reincarnation of Madara. So I'll still call it What If Deku Was the reincarnation of Madara. Don't think I'm wrong. Now back to Izuku. Izuku is now just sitting down back home. And this one he just sees Momo with a busted up face and a couple of and a arm cast. This one Momo's like, I can't wait for the weekend. I think I'd rather go through a math test. Huh? Your mother is an ass. Now I can't eat breakfast. In fact, I'm not allowed to even eat today. I haven't ate yesterday. They don't even talk. In fact, Momo doesn't even talk. Like, she's now doesn't talk. But this is when Izuku realizes something's wrong with the food, and immediately takes it from Momo. He takes it from Inko. She sees it in his eyes that something's not right. So he follows her lead. She follows their lead. This is when Momo's like, what are you two doing? And this one they noticed a red dot on her head, and Izuku immediately hooks her down, like as if she was about to give him a blowjob. And he's like, hey, I'm not a slut. And this one he hears glass clashing. Oh, okay. Izuku just thinks, idiot. Why are people like this? Missing this world. This one Izuku just sits down. Alright, this one Izuku starts sitting down. Alright, this one Izuku just starts walking away. And sees the person who's trying to assassinate them. Now pretty much this is when Izuku starts walking towards them. But when Izuku pretty much just realizes who it is, he sees that it was actually Shoto Todoroki, aka Momo's ex-boyfriend. So pretty much he gives a look of disappointment. And because he's disappointed that Momo chose someone who has a bad taste. And no, just notice this look. Seriously? You're gonna judge me for having a taste? Hey, I didn't want to date him. It was more of a forced relationship, but when they finally called off the wedding, it was a blessing. Hey, so don't look at me like that. I didn't even know he was gonna do this. Like, I knew he took the breaking up thing bad, but I didn't expect him that bad. I mean, I expected probably a little calls and some sadness, but not to the point of this. Trust me, you gotta believe me. He just shakes his head and just goes to Todoroki. Mind you, Todoroki, he actually did try to assassinate him, so he sees it. But Izuku still puts off his guard mode. What can you do? You're just a quirkless kid. And this is when he just releases his Uchiha. I don't remember. He releases his Sharingan ability that allows him to actually paralyze someone into pretty much falling down. When he releases that, Todoroki just goes down. But this is when Izuku pretty much just looks at him in disappointment that he actually thought he could win. Inko's not even surprised. I mean, she knew her sons were special, but she knew that something like this was going to happen. So pretty much she's not even surprised. When Izuku starts going away, he pretty much just sees more assassins. They charge at Izuku, but Izuku immediately takes them out easily, as if Madara going up against an entire horde of people. Pretty much like Madara when he fought an entire army of ninjas. Like that. The only difference is, it's assassins. And Izuku takes them out pretty easily. Izuku says under his, softened, and to the point where no one can hear them. Momo and Inko was watching. Inko just smiles of improvement. Momo just watches like, how much was he holding back on me? Now, a couple of years has passed, and the assassination attempts has finally still caught on. And this one, Izuku, is now, I'm going to say, 15? Okay? And Momo started getting used to pretty much not talking that much either. She started doing that slow, no talking thing, just training. And she's around, like, I'm going to say, let's say she's around Obito training good. She's not like Madara Uchiha good, but she's around Obito good, which is not bad. But she doesn't get any shiny guns. No, I'm not doing that. She doesn't even know any jutsu. She just uses her quirk to pretty much create stuff that she needs. For example, a staff, a sword, that type of stuff. So, yeah, she just goes, okay. In fact, Momo and Izuku can actually communicate without even talking. They just gotta look each other in the eyes. Nice, and that's about it. Now, this is when pretty much Izuku walks out. And pretty much this is when someone else tries to assassinate, attempt him, but Momo just stabs the guy in the throat, and pretty much he's now pretty much on the floor. They both nod. And just walk away. Now, when Izuku gets home, he just sees Inko with a couple of knocked out people tied up. Now, pretty much, this is when he just starts waking them up by splashing cold water on them. Oh boy, shit. Shit. This one, they just hear, who sent you? Momo is shocked to finally hear that Izuku could talk. No one did. This one, he just grabs the guy by the groin. Oh, wait, whoa. Oh, okay. Look, I was hired by... it's a couple of rich people. Who? Todorokis, the Idas... the Ida Tenyas, the Ida's family. Yeah, that's the one. Anyone else? The Bakugo family. Why would the Bakugos have trouble with me? Well, actually, I was hired to kill you, but my brother, suffered the fate. He's dead. Fuck. What do you know? Look, all I know is they just want you dead. That's it. I didn't really ask questions. It's not in my job description. I mean, if you ask questions, people don't hire you. So, I didn't ask any questions. I mean, if I knew I was going to go up against an OP-ass mob that you have, I would have said, fuck you, and pretty much, let's tell them to piss off. You should have said that. Yeah, well, now I live to regret it. So, what's going to happen to me now? What are you going to do? Survive? That's the best thing I could do. I got nothing better to do. I got no job, and killing is pretty much what I'm good at. I mean, I got no other thing to do. We're letting you go. Hey? You're a survivor like us. You're smart, so we won't kill you. Well, I guess there's a plus sign. Alright, so... thanks for sparing me. You're welcome. And this is when Izuku just starts walking towards, you know. But this one, Izuku has finally pretty much just got an info about more of the people who's been trying to assassinate Momo. But this one, Izuku decided maybe I should get a job, because I've been doing the fake job thing for a while. Now this is pretty much when Izuku goes up, and pretty much looks up people who needs assassination. Because, well, he asked the guy who is good for the person. And pretty much some guy named the Elephant has pretty much asked a contract for the death of All For One. And mind you, Izuku is 15. Now this is when Izuku just pretty much goes to the place. And pretty much they have to accept the name. Now pretty much this is when Izuku starts... Alright, this is when Izuku just starts going. Alright, let's go. Let's see what we can do. Let's see. Alright. We got a contract. And this one Izuku starts hunting the Uchiha. Now when Izuku who sees the person that's hunting him down, he realizes it's just some random dude. It's no one special. But that doesn't mean he's just gonna allow them to live. So Izuku goes to All For One and pretty much just assassinate him on the spot right in front of everyone. Now the name he has chosen is the Ghost of Uchiha. Which is pretty much a very intimidating name, I say. So pretty much the Ghost of Uchiha has completed the mission. And the Elephant gave him $45,000 for the man's head. And as a grateful bonus for doing it quickly and quietly. The next contract is someone known as the Snake. Now the Snake is offering $40,000 to the same thing, except it's to, I'm going to say, overall. And they get a $25,000 bonus, and they do it silently. So Izuku flawlessly did that pretty easily. And they give the information in the places where they are. Now, over the past, I'm going to say 8 years now, Izuku is now 18, and their Momo has finally been stopped being attacked. And so pretty much their family joined them and just sees the little sibling that Momo has. But she doesn't speak. Sweetie, okay, mostly you're a chatterbox. Sweetie, it has been a couple of years. Right. Well, why don't we go... Oh, and gets your favorite restaurant meal. Do you even know what's my favorite restaurant to begin with? Of course it is. It's McDonald's, isn't it? It's Crystal's. Oh, well, we all make mistakes. Let's just go. Okay, our starter became blunt as a hammer. Yeah, no kidding. Oh, and Momo, and Inko, and this one she holds the job that says, I quit. Wait, what? Why? Hey, you stopped paying me. Well, that's, we understand. Good. And pretty much this is when Izuku just smiles, realizing that she finally quitted that damn job. Momo just smiles as well, because she knew she was going to do that. Well, looks like I could find a new bodyguard. I could take care of myself, Mr. and Mrs. Momo. Like Mr. and Mrs. Rairozu. She didn't call us parents. Or mommy and daddy. I miss the old girl we knew. Now, pretty much this when Izuku is now in high school. Now, mind you, Bakugo has went to UA, but that doesn't mean he doesn't stop bothering Izuku. Now, when Bakugo was about to visit, he sees him putting a dagger into his waist. Putting a dagger on his waist belt. Obviously getting ready to kill someone. Now, Izuku wears like a suit that is similar to, I'm going to say Bloodshot is the best way of saying it. I mean, Bloodsport from Suicide Squad. His armor is similar to his. It was either that or doing an armor that was similar to Deathstroke. Oh, but I figured that's not really a big thing. And so I figured Bloodsport, but the only difference is his mask is similar to Obito's. So it's nothing too big. So when Izuku gets there, he just sees the people he has been hired to kill. But he just hears Izuku and just sees Bakugo. What are you doing? I'm going to kill people, Bakugo. What? I'm an assassin. What do you expect? But, dude, this is not the hero way. I'm not a hero. That doesn't mean you can't try to do the right thing, Deku. Look, I understand the hard life it is, but doing this is not the right thing, Izuku. Wake up to reality. Nothing is what it is anymore. There is nothing more than pain, suffering, and futility. You might as well get over it. Get over it? Izuku, I can't let you leave. I don't care. You're in my way. Well, I'm gonna stay in your way until you at least tell me why you're doing this. Money. Money. That's your answer? Money? Yes. Get over it. Now, there's more to this. I got a gut feeling. Your feeling is wrong. You don't have another feeling. You're just making an excuse so I can stay here and I don't get my target. So I'm not sorry for this, Bakugo Katsuki. But if we ever meet each other again, you will die next time. Next time? What do you mean? And this one, Izuku just fucking punched him in the freaking gut so hard he's knocked out. Now, this is when Izuku pretty much does what he does. And that's kill, and that's just knocking out Bakugo. Because number one, he doesn't have a contract. And Bakugo doesn't have a contract, so he's not going to kill him. So when Izuku gets to the contract, he realized his next contract is pretty much some random hero, no one too big. Now, when Izuku gets back to his job, this is when pretty much he just sees it. Alright. Is that all? By the way, he already killed a random hero. I know you're there. Weak one, come on out. Aren't we a little determined of ourselves? So you're the ghost of Uchiha, huh? What's in it to you? My name is Endeavor. So? Are you going to arrest me? No. In fact, I can use someone like you. There are some corrupted heroes, and I wish them dead. Why not just do it yourself? Because I need the evidence, and Nezu will look the other way anyway with just giving them a warning, which they will not listen. And your reputation is big. The ghost of Uchiha. the one who managed to defeat the League of Villains, and the one who actually managed to destroy Overhaul's people. You're perfect for the job. All I was going to send you to begin with, but never had a chance to do it. I see. But with them dead, that's where I come in, correct? Yeah. If you kill them, I will give you money. Okay. What do I get besides money? Is that the only thing you're offering? Well, we could do more if you want. What? Huh. Charming offer, but I must decline. I'll just take the money. Okay. Now, this is pretty much when he's over. Endeavor gives him the locations on where where the fake heroes are. So this is it. That's it. Now, so what now? Well, let's do this. Any information you can give me about these people? Yes, the first one you're going after is Kasumi Bakugo. She's been nothing more than abusive and pretty much been destroying stuff in her way, causing property damage and causing well, other things. And pretty much she's been raping quirkless people. I see. I'll get it done. Thanks. Try also. I'll give you a $5,000 bull. I'll give you a $100,000 for bonus if you make it look like an accident or a suicide attempt. All right. And pretty much that's what Bakugo does. He gets to the house where, well, she lives, aka the fancy apartment. When he gets there, he just sneaks in, knocking out all the guards and pretty much making sure they're not doing anything. Now this one, he just gets to Kasumi's room and just wakes her up. Huh? What are you? And that's when he just releases his bloodlust to the point where she actually jumps out the window. Oh, and pretty much snaps her neck. Now, the news spread like wildfire about Kasumi, the Explosion Queen, pretty much committing suicide of a overdose of chems. Endeavor smiling. Finally, payback, you bitch. Now, this, in case you're wondering, Endeavor's not doing this because she broke up because of a Todoroki thing. Now, pretty much this one, Izuku gets the contract done. Now, this one, Inko just looks at him, but by the way, Inko knows what Izuku's doing, but she's not mad at him. She's proud of him. About time, and in her mind, she's thinking it's about time that the heroes and the villains fear something. And this Ghost of the Uchiha is kind of a dead giveaway since his middle name is since Izuku's middle name is Izuku Uchiha Midoriya. She noticed that pretty quickly, like, really, son? You couldn't chose something better? But pretty much is when Izuku just walks up to people. Anyway, this is when Izuku starts walking away. And this is when Izuku just walks towards, well, his neck just walks to his room. Because number one, he's taking a nap. like he's sleeping. Okay. And so he just lays his head down. What he doesn't expect is pretty much smelling something. The fuck? And this one Izuku just walks towards it and just sees Inko cooking for once and buying bigger groceries. What's the occasion? She writes down, you having a good job? What are you talking about? It's just a normal job. Izuku, don't lie to me. I found out that you're the ghost of Uchiha. Didn't really try to hide it, did you? No, not really. Though, what gave that away? Oh, that's easy. This one Izuku just goes to them. Now, this one Izuku just pretty much, well, let's just say had decided to go somewhere. Now, with Izuku, who is now looking down at it, who's now just getting his favorite food, Izuku finally goes there. Huh? Idiot. Now, this one Izuku just starts sitting down. Hello? Oh. This one he just noticed something. Someone is watching him from afar. He notices that pretty quickly. Great. This is when Izuku starts walking towards them and just sees them. Alright, let's just do this and get this over with. Alright, I missed you. Alright, sir. You can come out. I can sense you. And also, I can smell you. And also, I can hear the other one's cough. I would recommend... And cough drop? It's just me, Izuku. Oh, Endeavor. Did you need something? Yeah. This one he winks. Oh. This one ain't just here. Alright, oh ghost of Uchiha. Oh, I see what you're doing. This one he just shows a phone that will show $10 billion. Yeah, that's me, and I'm the one who fucked your teacher. You're dead. This one All Might tries to kill Izuku, but Izuku immediately puts him in a genjutsu and just slits his throat. There's the money and the money has been sent to your account. Even though it wasn't even though it was a slow death, I still give you a double for killing All Might. There's not that many people survive against All Might's cruelty and his punches. You know, if you wish to have something else, I guess I can use a little bit of a hormone right out. You okay with that endeavor? Sure. Where's your room? Alright. You ready? Let's go to my room then. This one they just go to their rooms. And Inko immediately notices it pretty quick because he just heard a thud. She walks down there just to see All Might's throat. Out. And he just sees Inko smiling. she writes down, so, how's it feel to actually find out that you're the weak one? Ex-husband. He gives Inko the middle finger. No thanks. That was your teacher's job. All Might looks at her pissed and just clenches his throat, accidentally killing himself faster. But when Izuku finally gets there, this is when pretty much they just start banging. And All Might just feels betrayed. When Izuku decided actually the morning rises, Endeavor's just sleeping on his bed. And that's when they hear, so, you had a good night? Huh? And that's when he realized Inko's talking. How are you... Boo. I bought one of those, thingamabigs. I can't remember its name. And those things that allow you to speak, like, when you have, I know what you're talking about. The one with the hole. Yeah, I know which one you're talking about. Cool. Is that all? Yeah. Anywho. Ooh. Congratulations on killing All Might, by the way. And betting Endeavor. You killed the number 1 hero and fucked the number 2 hero. I say that's a good day. It is. So was Endeavor the one who's been supplying you with a shitload of cash? Nope. I've been working with other people. The elephant, the snake, the demon, the silverback slain, and the nerd. What type of mafia name is the nerd? He's a hacker that prefers to have some assassin contracts in and out, stealthy, and no one finds the body. He makes them disappear. I see. I guess that makes sense. Anyway, thanks. By the way, are you gonna ask him out? We just fucked. That's it. Alright. See you around. Are you going under the contract? Yup. But this is when Izuku just hears, oh really? Like, who's your next target? And just sees Bakugo. What do you want, Bakugo? Nothing. I have a job for you. You're breaking your hero code. How much you're offering? And this one he just throws him something. It's my family heirloom. It's probably worth trillions of gold. Oh, in bars. Who do you want me to kill? I want to be the last of the Bakugo family. You want me to kill your entire family tree? Yes. I changed my gender, so now I'm no longer a dude. But if Mom finds out, she'll have me killed. I'm the first ever trends in the family. There's no such thing as a perfect family. Due to that, she doesn't accept that. And the last person who changed their gender, she shot on sight. I see. I guess I can do something. But I knew this was gonna happen. You never bother me about any of that ever again. Deal? I can make a deal with that. Good. Now. Where is their family? There's a family meeting going around back at the Bakugo mansion. I didn't come because I have a hero's work to do. So pretty much taking care of them, you take care of the family. You already took care of my sister. That's what pretty much what it's about. Everyone finding out who this ghost of Uchiha is. And if I don't spare you, then I won't be able to do my hero work. What do you expect to do when you become a hero? I want to create a world of peace where Quirk and Quirkless can live in harmony without judging people because of their powers or what they are. A world of prosperity and a world about love. That's a stupid dream. What? What do you mean? What are you talking about? Why would you think that it's a stupid dream? I mean, I get it. It's not the best dream. But it's an okay dream. I mean, we all gotta have faith in some things. I mean, wouldn't you want something? No.
Wake up to reality. Nothing ever goes as planned in this accursed world. The longer you live, the more you will realize that the only things that truly exist in this reality are merely pain, suffering, and futility. Listen, everywhere you look in this world, wherever there is light, there will always be shadows to be found as well. And as long as there is a concept of victors, the vanquished will also exist. The selfish intent of wanting to preserve peace initiates wars, and hatred is born in order to protect love. There are nexuses, causal relationships that cannot be separated.
Anyway, pause break. Alright, I'm back. Now this is when Bakugo says, "And what are you then?"
I am the ghost of the Uchiha.
Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that. My mother had like a little bit of a moment, is the best way of saying it. I'm not going to go into details. But pretty much I'll probably just end this quick. So pretty much we get to the Bakugo family. Now the Bakugos are pretty much having a little bit of a moment. And before you ask, no, there is no ship in this one. This is going to be quick and all that. So pretty much Bakugo's family has pretty much declared to find the person who killed their family. Killed Kasumi. But unfortunately, pretty much that is too late because they see that the doors are locked and everything else is locked. Now, pretty much Izuku has pretty much just shown the Uchiha logo on the inside of the wall, and all they see is that logo. Oh, and all they just see is pretty much the place getting burned. Some of them suffocated, some of them died from burned alive. And pretty much, that's how Izuku, the ghost of the Uchiha, was born. Everyone heard about him and everyone fears him. And he does contracts 24/7. Inko passed away from a terrible attack. Bakugo is now the world's number one hero, but he'll hire Izuku to take out contract to take out people here and there. Not as rivals, even though Izuku has threatened to kill him, but mostly as partners. And so that's the end. That was the end of What If Deku was the reincarnation of Madara Uchiha. I hope you all enjoyed the video, and I hope you all enjoyed this What If, and I hope you all subscribe to the channel. This has been the God of Chaos, Dunkel Dylan, and goodbye.